If you're watching this video right now, it's probably because you've already watched this. Hey, that's right. America's Attorney, your favorite YouTube attorney, was in an Airrack video recently, and it was great. I had a ton of fun. But as I was scrolling through his past videos, I noticed something weird. Some of Airrack's videos seem less than legal, which gave me the idea for today's video. I'm gonna be reacting to Airrack's top five most illegal stunts. Starting at number 5 is sneaking into festival as fake DJ. Now, we're obviously about to see some trespassing violations, but let's see if I can catch any other illegal behavior.
Now we might have to do something that I like to call brute forcing.
Brute forcing.
We're basically gonna run up these rocks right here, hop this fence, hope that there's no more layers of security.
There's a guy yelling at us. We might have to go right now.
I'm literally like freaking out right now. We're gonna do this. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm scared. Go. There's cops right there. Oh, that's it. All right. We're naked inside, boy.
Okay, that is not a victimless crime, although it is pretty hilarious. But here's the deal. At a concert like this or a music festival, they're selling an experience. They have a right to charge for that experience. Therefore, you're kind of technically stealing from them the value of the ticket that you should have paid for. Now, contrast that with, say, like breaking into a parking lot that has a fence around it. There's nothing there. This is probably a situation where you're not gonna get prosecuted, right? Because it's just not that big a deal. You didn't really hurt anybody. But I would be remiss if I didn't remind you all that if you read O.J. Simpson's biography, he tells the story of how he started out breaking into the football games of USC. O.J. Simpson's criminal career took a sharp turn later on. And I'm concerned that Airrack and his boys are going down the wrong path. And I'm telling you, you start by jumping into music festivals, you could end up committing double murder. This clip is number 5 because it's just kind of boring trespassing. What else do you expect to see in a video titled Sneaking into a Festival? I mean, come on. Next up, we have I opened a free store, but there's alligators. This sounds dangerous. Let's see.
So the idea is I'm gonna put this on them like this. This is connected to 200 pounds worth of weight mounted to the wall.
Okay, I know he's got people signing a waiver.
We couldn't just open a free store.
I know
we
he
have to
does.
torture these people.
You nuts? Come on in.
There she is.
All these
Miss
people have
America.
signed waivers.
Alonso.
They don't know what they're getting
I didn't
into.
come for the free stuff.
What'd you come for?
I came for friendship
With me? With you?
with Matt.
Oh! You have 10 seconds to get there starting right now. Oh! Let's go, baby.
Not a chance.
Let's go! Oh!
No chance.
Ow!
No chance.
3, 2.
I don't know how closely you're paying attention, but some of these people have helmets and some of them don't. And just playing devil's advocate here, if someone suffered a head trauma and they didn't have a helmet, but other people did, that could be used against Airrack, saying that he had violated the terms and conditions of using like his best efforts to keep the people safe. I don't think you should be letting them in there without helmets. Now, is a helmet enough to prevent an injury? Maybe not, because you can fall on your tailbone and break it. You can fall on your wrist and break that. You can hurt your back. You can hurt your neck. This is not safe.
Oh! Ow! Come on! Oh! 3, 2, 1. There you go. There you go. There you go.
I mean, some of these people can't even go far enough to hurt themselves.
Okay, your time's up. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Get it! 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 Oh! He did it! Oh! He literally did it. How did you do it?
Look, seems harmless until somebody actually gets hurt, right? And then we've got to pull out this release agreement that he has them sign. And my question is it valid? Because there are some things that are so dangerous that you can't actually enforce a release agreement against the person who is victimized by this stupid stunt. And I'm not saying that anyone could have been or would have been hurt here, but like, you could really hit your head. Some of those people were so small, I could see them getting snapped back and like, you know, just hitting the floor really, really hard. Yikes!
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They're
Here we
even
go.
barefoot.
Oh, that is a real gator.
They're even
oh my
barefoot.
Gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, dude.
You gotta be careful, man.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Oh my goodness. Okay, now that workaround might make this totally legal because apparently you can reach the money without having to engage the alligator. But I'm not sure that everyone knew that. I'm telling you, if you took a case to a lawyer which said, I was bit by an alligator, and the lawyer says, did you sign a waiver? And you say yes, I think a lot of people, a lot of lawyers are gonna wanna take that case anyway. Now, I'm not okay with this stunt, but I think a lot of lawyers would be. In fact, I think about half the lawyers in the world are kind of rooting for the alligator. You know why? Because I think that a bite on the leg would be a great case against Airrack, even with a waiver. That gator looked like he was salivating for a bite of human flesh in the same way that some lawyers are salivating for it just as well. And if you think that might be the case for you, reach out to me, America's attorney. If you or a person you love was harmed, injured, maimed, traumatized by one of Airrack's stunts, I will personally make sure you get compensated. You deserve justice. At number 3, we have sneaking into a festival as fake Justin Bieber. Okay, I'm definitely expecting to see some impersonations here.
Security there, oh my God.
All right, this is go time.
Bro, can you open it for us to go in?
What are you doing? We already had you trespass. You're gonna go to jail. Take off that security vest, because that's a felony.
Okay. We got a private security officer who is not a law enforcement officer telling someone that they're committing a felony. Let's think about that for a second.
That's a felony, so take that off, put your cameras away, and get the fuck off the property.
She said, we already trespassed you in the previous fight.
I actually had to do some digging on this because I heard about this video before. And the officer, I'm sorry, he's not an officer. The mall cop says that's a felony. And I was like, is that actually a felony? So I looked it up. And obviously, you can imagine if you were impersonating an actual law enforcement officer, it could be a felony. If you are misrepresenting yourself or impersonating the representative of a business or an organization, like a security guard or the employee of a security guard company, it turns out that too could be a felony if the purpose of the impersonation was to injure, defraud, harass, or intimidate someone, which is just wild to me. It means you can't even dress up in a blue vest and greet people at Walmart if you're planning to, harass them or scare them, which I would assume that you could, but no, you can't. Whether this is a felony or not, it's not clear. But they definitely don't have the intent to injure, harass, maim, whatever. I mean, they're just trying to make a video. I have to criticize this private security officer, which is not hard for me to do because, he's not even a real cop. I don't think it's actually a felony because they're not trying to hurt anybody. However, that doesn't mean that an ambitious prosecutor or someone who's really mad at YouTubers couldn't charge them. And they could go to a trial, but they would just have to convince one person on the jury that it was just all in good fun.
Ready?
All right, we gotta go. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Come.
Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's like destruction of property or something like that. I don't know that I agree with that. What happened is that the fence was temporary and it just fell over, so it doesn't actually cost money to repair it. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not a crime because they're still trespassing by breaking in. We're definitely ramping up breaking the law, and I would say Mac got lucky by walking away from this video without handcuffs because what if he got trapped beneath the fence? Do not try this at home. Now, the next video up is highly predictable. I mean, you can't have a reacts video to Airrack's most illegal stunts and not include a video titled "Breaking Every Law Until the Police Stop Me." But let's see what's in store here.
Yep, how's it going, sir? Here you go.
You know how fast you were going back there? I had you clocked in excess of 90. That's when you saw me and you were already slowing down.
Yeah.
Step out, please.
Real quick, I'm happy to step out. There's a law in the state, if you drive or hurt, it is completely legal to exceed the speed limit.
What?
It's completely like...
Step out.
Okay.
What? Step out. This is so awesome. Oh my.
All right, can I film this?
I prefer you don't.
But it's...
Okay, this is so fantastic. He says, "Can I film this?" And the officer says, "I prefer you don't." If you watch some of my other videos, you know that you absolutely have a right to film in public, including filming the police. Don't let them tell you that you can't do it. In fact, make sure you film them telling you that you can't do it because you can do it. And obviously, he just says, "I don't want you to," but they keep filming, and that's what makes this a good video. So let's see what happens.
Legal that I film this.
I prefer you don't. Step out.
Okay, all right.
Other hand. Let's go over here.
What the f is happening, dude?
We need to check the law and make sure.
Sure. I will get to my job in a minute.
Okay, I just want to say, like, maybe he's misspeaking, but he has straight up detained Airrack. It looks like he's gonna take him in. And he's telling him, "Hey, I'm not guilty. There's a law that's gonna let me go." And the officer says, "I'll get to my job in a minute." Now, my concern is he's kind of already doing his job. And if he's doing his job without knowing the law, that's problematic. And the look on Airrack's face right there tells me, yes, he agrees. This is problematic. I had to do some research about this because he's in a hearse, and his claim is that if he's driving a hearse, he is allowed to go as fast as he wants, run stop signs, can't be pulled over. Now, I'm calling BS on this detainment. I think that police officer is either an actor or an off-duty cop. I don't believe it. Prove me wrong in the comments, Airrack. Explain to me that this was real. And finally, can I please have a drum roll? We have made it to Airrack's most illegal stunt. Now, this is one of his more recent videos in which Airrack engineers the actual arrest of Mr. Beast. I can't believe it.
All right, so here's the plan. Today I've got Deputy Brock and Deputy Bobby, and they're gonna make sure that Mr. Beast never traps another person in a circle ever again.
I'll learn today.
No more games for you.
Both of them have body cams on. Hey, Jimmy. Oh, I'm Jimmy, I'm arrested. But let me show you guys just how high-tech this setup is.
Okay, let's talk about these cops for a second. I noticed earlier on Airrack's little bulletin board that it mentions that the cops will be off duty. Now, he didn't say that when he was talking about the Greenville edition of this, which is the one that actually worked for him. But my position is it doesn't matter, and here's why. These guys are wearing their uniforms that are owned by the county. They've got their guns that are owned by the county. They got their cars that are owned by the county. And I assume if they arrest him, they're gonna take him to a jail that's owned by the county. Look, they're acting on behalf of the county, whether they are on duty or off duty.
He missed the spot. We're still going straight. He missed it. We're pulling in the parking lot. Stand by. What do you guys need me to do?
I can't believe
Okay,
they're
so just
actually
go up to
pulling
his
him over.
window and ask him about his tent.
Hey, how you doing? Look, I stopped you for your tent, man.
Yeah, this is my car.
Oh, it's yours. You know the tent.
Yes, the problem is when I lower it, people stalk me and take photos with me. So
I got you. Do you have your driver's license or an ID or anything on you? Obviously, you don't have any warrants or anything like that. No. Let me go check that out, and look, if you're good, I'll let you roll. Do you mind stepping out me real quick, sir, please?
Why?
Just step out. I'll talk to you right here. Just a second, man.
I mean, you see that face? It looks like he thinks that something is up, right? Like, it looks like he thinks that something is not quite right. Now, it is actually typical if the cops want you to get out of your vehicle, though they're not gonna tell you why they want you out. They want you out usually because they're about to cuff you, or if they think you're under the influence, they might give you a field sobriety test or something like that. But for the cops, it's safer to have the person that they're interacting with out of the vehicle. So to me, this feels like an actually normal, valid arrest. I mean, except for the fact that you don't get arrested for tinted windows, but anyways.
He's pulling him out of the car. He's pulling him out the car.
Can you just step back to my car for me? Can you just put your hands right there? Yes, sir.
He's smiling. He knows something is up.
Threat. I'm gonna pat you down, make sure you ain't got nothing illegal, and we're gonna go to the jail and take care of it. All right? Put your hands behind your back for me.
They are handcuffing Jimmy right now. I, in this moment, feel like I might have gone too far. But also, he pranked me first, and this is just revenge, so.
Come over here.
Okay, that is not an excuse for getting someone arrested. If what Airrack is doing here is illegal, which it is totally illegal, it's totally illegal. He pranked me first is not a defense, but let's see what happens here. I mean, those are real handcuffs, and they're putting him in a real cop car. This is serious, serious business.
I'm tall.
Yeah, it's gonna suck, man.
Bro, he's right in front of me right now. He's right in front of me.
Get in there any way you can. Watch your head.
Oh my gosh. Mr. Beast is in the back of a cop car right now.
I cannot believe this. This is an actual arrest. Okay, so when they pull you over, that's just a stop, right? And you're detained. But if they cuff you and they're carrying you away, you're under arrest. Now, they haven't showed any footage of them like reading him his Miranda rights, and probably because it's not supposed to be real. But like, an arrest isn't necessarily judged by the intent of the officers. It's judged by the freedom or lack of freedom of the person being detained. And Mr. Beast cannot leave. Like, he is 100% under actual arrest. That's totally not valid. So let's see how this works out.
For food and water. So I felt like it was finally time for the big reveal.
Hey, can we get him out? Jimmy.
Jimmy was allowed his one call from jail, and I told my cop friends to pre-dial my number.
This is Officer Deal with the Pitt County Sheriff's Office. How you doing? All right, I got somebody here that I was told to need to talk to you.
Hello?
Hey, do you need anything?
I mean, well, he mentioned a lawyer.
James said he's talking to Alan right now. Is that his name?
If you could just call him and let him.
Just don't get it. He's smiling. I mean, he knows something is up. He knows something is up. But look, he's actually under arrest, and there he is in the facility owned by the county. This is so illegal.
Yes, if he's. Yes, I'm gonna need one.
Okay, okay. Hey.
Yeah.
Alan says, look into the officer's body cam and say, I just got on Get Got.
Oh, wait, so it was you.
Oh, wait. So it was you.
Come on.
Wow. Airrack broke the law here. No question about it. This is a very serious false imprisonment. But do you know who actually also broke the law? The Sheriff's Department. They can't use their facilities to detain someone illegally like this. I cannot believe Airrack convinced them to go in on this. I mean, Mr. Beast could totally sue the police department, and I think he would win at the end. I think he'd be taking their badge and gun, and he'd be awarding it to someone on some sort of challenge video. Now, that's an incredibly elaborate prank, so hats off to Airrack. I mean, literally, I'm not wearing a hat right now. But, Mr. Beast, if you're out there, I have a revenge idea for you. Sue him. You have every legal right to sue him. And do you know what any judge in the world would say if this case ever landed in front of them on their docket? I cannot believe that the police department went along with this stupid skit. And Airrack, I'm ashamed that you asked them to do this. My judgment? 300 years in jail for Airrack. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this video. And that's not from a lack of content, because Airrack definitely has broken the law more times than this. So leave a like and put a comment down below with your pro se opinion if you want more reactions from me. What did you think about Airrack's stunts? I mean, is he setting a bad example, a dangerous precedent for children and other YouTubers? I'll be back soon with more videos, so lawyer up and subscribe. Bye.